Hey, what's going on everyone? Mano back here for another Solo Ascendant Challenge video. It is May 21st, 2019. We're going to show you how to knock out the Forfeit Shrine Ascendant Challenge. This week it's very easy. Go ahead and check out the timestamps as always listed on screen and in the description box below. We're going to be heading to the Strand and then heading south to the Gardens of Sela, and we're going to go ahead and pick up the bounty, of course, before we do the Ascendant Challenge. Petravenge is over in the Strand, so she's very much in her way over there. We're gonna go ahead and hop on our Sparrow and head over to the Strand. I've already picked up the bounty this week, so no worries on that. As always, I'm going to be collecting the eggs in the lore at the end of the video. You do not need to collect the eggs to complete the Ascendant Challenge. You just need to collect the chest after killing the boss or completing the Ascendant Challenge. You will see the bounty proc once you pick up the chest. Once you get into the Strand area, you're going to go ahead and take a hard right. There's going to be a path that leads up just a little bit into an area that's rarely explored except in story missions. We're going to blow through a bunch of these enemies here. No reason to fight them. Just go ahead and go past them. If you're worried that your Sparrow is going to explode, of course you can always hop off and fight them. It's not a big deal. We're going to go into this area right over here where there's going to be a lot of round kind of sculpture and architectures and garden areas. This is the Gardens of Sela. There's plenty of story missions that happen here, like Dreaming City story missions that happen here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the far edge over next to one of the final round plates. I'm going to go ahead and hop over to this area. For ease of use, I'm going to go ahead and kill a couple of enemies here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You are going to hop up onto this ledge right here, and this is going to be very near to the challenge entrance. You'll notice that you cannot see the challenge entrance yet. That is because I am not Ascendant yet. Many of you have asked about this. You must use a tincture of Queen's Foil, which is located on screen right there. You can pick up that tincture from chests in the Dreaming City. You can go ahead and see my location on screen, so if you're interested in checking that out right there. We're going to go ahead and hop in and do the Forfeit Shrine. This week, I decided to do something a little bit different since a lot of people were saying, hey, you always run on your Hunter. Why don't you run on a different class? So I'm running on my Warlock. Very easy to do, and I'm also running with Nova Warp. Another really good thing to use this week would be Nova Bomb with the top tree with Skull of Dire Ahamkara. But anyway, the Ascendant Challenge this week is relatively simple. There are 3 relics, 3 orbs scattered around the map here. You got to go ahead and platform and collect them and then return them to the middle. During that time, there's going to be a bunch of ads trying to kill you, as well as knights trying to stab you with axes, as well as a lot of taken phalanxes that are going to try and push you off with their shields. As soon as you grab one of the orbs, go ahead and bring it back to the middle. Your orbs are going to spawn in relatively random places. Usually there's one that's up on top, but it will not be exactly the same as mine, so use your best judgment. Again, when you're running through this area, you just, like, very much like a lot of Ascendant Challenge, there's lots of broken out pieces. You very much have to watch out for them. You have to make sure that you're not trying to just blow through things like there's a straight path and no holes in the ground. You need to look before you leap. So for example, on this area here, I'm going to hop over. You can see it's kind of in a funky place. In addition, I'm going to move past a bunch of blights, but if they are ever in your way, destroy the blights very easily. I'm using Thunderlord. Again, that's a very, very common exotic that many people have. I'm picking up this Arc Charge, and I'm going to bring it to the middle. Be careful, because there are going to be some knights, of course, that are going to try and hit you off the edge. You'll see when it spawned right in front of me, and I almost fall off the edge, but luckily I controlled it and got through it. So again, just watch your step. You'll see a couple of times I actually mantle up, and I could have died if I wasn't more careful, but we did it anyway. When you grab the Arc Charge and you start to head to the middle, that's when you're going to see a lot of those taken phalanxes with the shields that are going to try and boop you off. Don't try and jump into the middle. Try and slide into the middle. That will make things go a lot easier. If you jump up, they're going to boop you into the air and possibly push you off the edge. So make sure you stay low to the ground and keep moving. Now, if there's ever a time where a knight kind of runs at you and you lose your momentum, just keep pressing forward. You can see I lose a little bit of momentum right there, which is a little disappointing, but it's not a big deal. Don't try and fight these guys off. There's just a ton of ads behind you, and honestly, to save time and your peace of mind, you can just keep moving forward. Here, I'm going to go ahead, hop to a different platform where they can't get to. The knights will spawn up in a couple of different places. Once I've dunked all 3 of the orbs, they are going to be cleansed. You are going to see a buff pop up in the middle as long as I'm standing in the middle called Boundless Light. We'll see that here in just a second. I'm going to come down the hill. As soon as I dunk the 3rd and final orb, in the middle there's going to be like a well. Very much like when you're getting your supers for the first time. It's called Boundless Light, I should say. And what you have to do next is you have to kill the 3 knights that have been chasing you. They're going to spawn closer to you, and you'll be able to knock them out. Now, I'm using Nova Warp. You can use any kind of super that you want, honestly. Basically, I recommend High Burst supers. Probably the best thing to use right now is going to be Skull of Dire Ahamkara and the Top Tree Nova Bomb. That is ridiculously good, although you don't need to worry about getting your super back. So Skull of Dire Ahamkara helps you get your super back. But again, this is pretty easy. Just keep on spamming your supers while the knights are at you. If you ever feel like you're going to get hit with an axe, go ahead and just jump up into the air so you don't get slammed. Always make sure you stay towards the middle. As long as you have your super procced, you will have the armor from the super knock out the 3rd and final knight, and all the enemies will despawn. The chest will appear right in front of you. Collect it, and you are all done with the Ascendant challenge. Very easy this week, folks. Just make sure you don't get booped off. Watch your step, and life is good. Let's show you where the eggs and the lore are this week. The first egg is going to be relatively close to the portal. We're going to go ahead and look at the portal right there. Go off just a little bit to the right. There is a ledge that kind of goes up. That's going to be up on my left-hand side. You'll see me jump up to it. If I look over to the right of that ledge, you will see an egg kind of down below. Go ahead and knock that out, and life is good. That's your first egg. Second egg, again, we're going to use the portal as a reference. We're going to go ahead and follow a path. You'll see these 2 columns right there that are kind of outline the path that you're going to be running. You're going to run through the path a little bit farther than that little tree that's on the left-hand side. There's actually a blight here if you didn't kill the blight. Turn to the left. Knock out the egg. It is right there, relatively close to the portal area. Again, finally, using the portal as a reference, there is a hill that goes all the way up. You'll see a blight up there if you haven't killed it, but off in the distance, there is kind of a middle path off to the left. So we're going to go ahead and follow that. There's usually a blight there. Sometimes Toland is going to appear in front of you on this spot. There's a couple of different locations for Toland, but he is very, very easy to find in this location. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this path. This is kind of the Dreaming City kind of cement castle-like statue stuff that's all broken apart. We're going to follow this path onto this ledge right here, and we're going to go ahead, look for those columns there. That means that you're close. We're going to go just a little bit farther. Actually, if you look down below there, there are going to be a little bit of a glitter. You're going to see the bones down below. I'm going to go a little bit farther, and Heresiology is the lore egg right there. So that is the eggs, the lore, as well as a completed Ascendant challenge. You'll notice I got that on my Hunter. I completed this and got all the eggs and stuff on my Hunter because they are account bound, not character bound. So that's it. That's all you need to do this week for the Ascendant challenge. Hey, did you guys know that I stream on twitch.tv/manodester777? We've been helping people get a couple of things like their Wishender bows. Some people went through the Shattered Throne for the first time. Check me out over there, twitch.tv/manodester777. Give me a follow over there, and you can get notified whenever I go live, so you can actually check out live streams. In addition, if you feel like subbing or giving a positive rating to this video, it's greatly appreciated. Feel free to share it. I always love to hear comments from you guys and recommendations on things you want to hear, so go ahead and leave those down in the comment section down below. Just a quick reminder that we are 2 weeks away from Season of Opulence, so make sure you stay tuned to everything on this channel. Good hunting, and I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.